You know, I kind of touched on it, but the young, these innocent little, I'm talking little children, babies, infants, toddlers, you know, kids that are probably, I don't know, 10 and under, 11 maybe, 12. I mean, we're talking innocent little kids. And this is what I'm getting at is you see a little baby and he sees a Christmas tree for the first time with the lights, and you can just see it in his face and his eyes and mouth. It's just awe. It's like, and then Halloween and Easter and all the new things that it's discovering, and you can see it in its face and the innocence, the pure innocence. And I'll tell you that is the most precious, beautiful thing in the world, and God wishes that for us. God wishes that for us, but we've been tainted and perverse and everything else with all this garbage and crap that goes on in the world. And it's hard for us to differentiate and pull back from that and go, that's bad, that's wicked. I don't want that in my mind. I don't want it in my soul. I don't want to even be around it. I don't want it. That excludes you from a lot of stuff. And that's good in a lot of ways. That's good. Because sometimes you got to sit back and, like I said, and just be still. God's taking care of everything around you. Okay, He's opening and closing doors and fixing and manipulating. He's doing everything. He's for you, for you. So sometimes you just got to sit still and let God do His miracles. Let God do what God does. And God will let you know. He'll say, it's your time. He'll let you know. I don't. You pay attention. Just pay attention. You'll know. I don't know, but you will. But the ones I worry about are the ones that are, the 13, 14, 16, up to 30, 35 even. I worry about them because they've been brought up in this culture of just crap, total satanic crap. It's everywhere, and they're being bombarded with it, and they don't have anyone to say, "Hey, listen, you're being bombarded with a bunch of crap." You have to be able to differentiate between good and evil, and they wrap up evil as good. They just wrap it up and say, "Oh, this is good. Just do it." They come with all these slogans, and they spend millions and millions and billions of dollars to perverse your mind. Everything's a party. It's a party. Fellowship with God and God's like-minded people and stuff. That I'm not gonna say it's a party, but it's fellowship, and it's honoring God, and it's building people and yourself up, and it's about helping keep others from sinning, bringing it to the attention in the forefront so you understand that's bad, that's satanic, that you need to stay away from. Would God say Halloween's bad? Some people say, "Oh, that's just terrible, terrible, terrible." Well, the fact of the matter is I don't see where anybody's teaching kids witchcraft or any of this and that stuff. Oh, they dress up in some, and they don't even dress up as like bad things anymore, like scary monsters. The most of it's like something like, I don't know, all these kid shows, princesses and uh, things like that. And they dress up as, heck. When I was a little kid, what was it? A lot of them dressed up as their sports fans and things like that. So the kids, they're going around. Yeah, I mean, most people take their children to people's houses they know. They don't, it's not like, oh, you teach children not to take candy from strangers. Well, I suppose there are people that go to strangers' houses, but I wouldn't. Kids know enough people, we know enough people, and blah, blah, blah. You take them to houses they know. And you know the people. And you're not teaching them anything bad. You're not teaching them this. And they get a few little candy bars and stuff, and that's enough. And that's it. Yes, the symbolization, yes. It's rooted in satanic stuff, but you're not teaching the child satanic stuff. You're not teaching them about witchcraft. You're not teaching them about evil spirits. You're not teaching them about things like that. That comes later in life. And the only reason is you don't teach them that stuff, but you steer them against it. But some people would say, and it's a personal preference thing about Halloween, because even Christmas they say is satanic, and the Easter Bunny is satanic. I mean, if you look at everything they do, and it is, and I agree, it is all rooted in satanic bullshit. I agree. So before you write me and say, well, and all this, you're right. It's rooted in there. But we're not teaching our children that. It's like the Easter Bunny and eggs. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but okay. Anyhow, I know what you're saying. I get it. I understand it. But you're not teaching your children these things. What are you teaching your children? You should be teaching about God. You should be teaching them, reading out of the Bible to them, and teaching them God's moral laws and things like that. And to be thankful. To be thankful. Because you participate in giving some little kids some candy that you know. I mean, most of the time, little Johnny down the street, little Susie down over here, little Emily, all these little kids come up and they're just adorable as could be. And you throw them some candy and stuff, and they're all excited, and they run down the street to the next house. I mean, they're having fun. You're not teaching them anything like, to worship Lucifer and shit like that. No, on the opposite, you should be teaching them other things. But are you bad for participating in it? I know they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You see, this is where I have some conflict in things too. Because you just don't hand the candy out thinking it's demonic and all that stuff. You didn't buy it for that reason. You bought it because of some sweet little kids coming to your door knocking on the... Some of them aren't even big enough to even really speak, And you say, oh, yeah, or something. You say, oh, here you go. And it's awesome. You just love seeing the little kids. You love seeing their little innocence and how happy they are and stuff. It's like Christmas. Do you stop doing Christmas because it might be rooted in some satanic stuff, and it is. Do you stop? It's an opportunity to sit there and promote God. Easter is a time because do you stop doing Easter and the little egg hunts and stuff like that because it is rooted in thing? No, it's still an opportunity to promote God. Halloween can be the same thing. A little more tricky probably, but it's still a way to promote God in, I'm going to stretch it, but generosity, giving things away, because it kind of makes you happy to do that. Is it demonic to do it? Well, you're not doing it in that fashion. You see what I'm saying? But the road to hell is paved with good intentions. There's a conflict there, a legitimate conflict. And it is rooted in satanic bullshit. I get it. Should you do it? A lot of pastors and stuff would probably say, no, you shouldn't. And they could be, and they probably are 100% right. See, there's a dilemma right there. There's a lot of people like myself. I mean, I know, but I don't do it for that reason. I don't do it to, you know, just to see little kids happy and stuff. I mean, and you don't put, you know, curses on the candy, I guess. I mean, it comes from evil in enough people, I guess. I mean, that's the other thing, too. If you want to see real pure evil, I mean, look at the stuff they put in the food. Look at the stuff they've been putting in the food for decades, and it's getting worse. And the cereals and baby formulas and all kinds of things, they're poisoning your children, and they're poisoning you, too. But do you stop eating because you're being poisoned? See, you're going to atone, you're going to answer for all this. God may look at you and go, man, you participated in Easter, and you participated in Christmas, and you participated in Halloween, you participated in all these pagan holidays. Yep. Can't argue that. But you also take, like I said, a lot of these opportunities to promote God. The hardest one to promote is Halloween. I mean, if you're going to do away with any of them, it's Halloween. Valentine's Day, is that bad? Give a Valentine to someone you love or care about? Send flowers to your wife or girlfriend? Is that bad? I'm sure it's rooted in pagan bullshit, and it's some made-up holiday that the corporations, just like Secretary's Day and a whole bunch of others, they just make up a bunch of crap so you go spend money. That's really what all these holidays are, is to made-up crap so you spend money. Hardest one to justify is Halloween. But most people don't think of it that way. Most people don't think of it as being a pagan holiday. But they're all rooted in that, one way, shape, or form, because that's what Satan does. Just keep praying to God and repenting. And if I don't know. I don't want to. These people that, I'll have to do something on that later. People that have, quote, died, and I'll get into that. I'll have to do it. So I don't forget, I'll do one right after this. But, yeah, that's one I'm caught on. You see what I'm saying? I agree 100% it's pagan. I agree probably it's all pagan. But most people don't look at it like that. Most people, it's just them little kids coming up to the door, knocking on things because it's a quote holiday thing. Rooted in pagan bullshit. So, yeah, probably shouldn't do it at all. Really never thought about it myself much, just because, yeah, I just, you see some cute little kids dressed up in little lion outfits and little robot things, and whatever they're watching on TV, or the Cars, or princesses, and whatever their little shows are they watch, Disney crap, which is all pagan bullshit, woke crap. And they're paying the price for it. But yeah, man, I want to hear about this. I want people to send me comments on this, because I want to hear what everybody's got to think about it. You already know what I think. I think it's all pagan. It's all this, but do you stop doing it? Should you? Yeah, you probably should. But I don't do it to be pagan. You see what I'm saying? Am I participating in it? Yes, I am. Am I promoting Satan and all that stuff by participating in it? Well, that very well may be. That's why I want to hear from people. If you made it this far, by God, right. I know I'm not one that sits there and, the paragraph is this long. It's like, man, I don't want to write books, I like reading your comments. Love doing that. That I do. I want to hear about this. And I hope everybody writes and lets me know what, that's watch this and let me know. 'Cause I'm curious. Maybe one of these things where we just stop doing it altogether, and then, take whatever, kids, grandkids, friends of grandkids, whatever, and instead of sending, all out, would it still be pagan if I had a little party? And not rooted in anything, but just have a little party for the kids, and not pass out, any candy or anything like that. Just, maybe a little bag when they go home, they could have, I don't know, a little juice thing with some candy in it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, maybe have them come over and, you know, the kids and that can, set up what the hell am I trying to say? Games and things like that for little kids to play and stuff. But I think some churches do that, so they keep the kids like it's not like rooted in a pagan thing, but they're still doing something for the children, but it's not rooted in a pagan thing like that. Just so the kids don't miss out on something. But do they know if they're missing out? I don't know. It will certainly be interesting to hear what you have to say on this. So y'all take care. We all have to pray for one another. Pray for understanding and wisdom and knowledge. Yes, we do. We definitely need that. Y'all take care.